This is way worse. I can't feel my fingers. I'm absolutely freezing. I need to set up camp. I think I need to start shoveling all the snow off the side of the tent. This is serious. I don't think we're getting out of here. There's a few things. One, you cannot see the road. Nothing at all. I don't know where it is. We've got another problem, which is that Abel is stuck. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't think it would be this bad. To tell him that he's got zero chance of getting out. It's just a wall of quagmire. And the plan today is to try and get Abel out. He's there, completely stuck. He is wedged. He is not going anywhere.
Man, that's deep up there.
That's very, very deep drift. Let's do it.
Hold on.
All right, so sit rep. We got stuck. We've been going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Just mega drifts, mega stranded. We've got to now get up this hill in front of us. Okay, welcome back everybody to part 2. We're stuck by the lake. Myself and Abel stuck completely. I'm stuck. I've just put chains on. Can't see the road. And this drift here is about 3 feet deep. I'll never make it. But first of all, we've got to get Abel out because he's well and truly stuck. At least I've made this whole path. I thought I'd made it good enough for Abel, but he can't get up the hill. Okay, sit rep. Abel is well and truly stuck. I can't winch him forward. I don't think it would be this bad. I've driven back to where he was camped. He had his tent here and he was actually parked. So I don't know how far he's going to get, whether he gets stuck or not, but if necessary, I'll tow him back out. But his vehicle just is not set up for this. He's got no traction at all, whereas I've got the chains. This thing is an expedition rig. It's designed for this. I could get out myself. Look at the size of these. They're absolutely insane. I could get out, but I'm not going to leave Abel all by himself here. I'm going to be camping here, up in the roof tent, probably. He's out, but I don't know if he can make the turn up here or not. He just needs momentum. If he can get back to his original car park spot up here, then that would be pretty cool. Oh, now he's stuck. Okay, I've got to cut a path for Abel because he's stuck. So I'm going to go back and forth and try and get him out of there. And if necessary, I'll tow him out, but I'll probably just cut a path. Abel's going to use my MaxTrax to try and get out. Hopefully that works, and then he can get up onto the flat. But his van is just a scooper, pooper scooper. Yeah, I can't feel my fingers either. Yeah, Abel's doing it. Might need to re-angle this front right one, but aim it in the direction you want to go. Should be pretty good. Just go easy and do not spin the wheels. Oh man, this is way worse. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're going to have to do the rears. You're going to have to put them on the rear. Oh, my hair. Yeah. Okay, Abel is completely stuck. Let me show you what I came through to get to Abel even before. It was absolutely brutal. But this is my path from where I camped. So I created this channel. It was coming up over the bonnet. Look at this. What a mess. I hope the camera does it justice. You can see where I've gone back and forth. It's just a wall of quagmire. Never driven in anything like it. Sea of destruction that my vehicle made, but just goes to show how incredible my Toyota Troopy Land Cruiser is. I built it as an expedition vehicle. It certainly does it, because I haven't got stuck yet. I can't feel my fingers. I'm absolutely freezing. I need to set up camp. I think I need to pop the roof tent up. Oh, look, oh man. Oh, I can't believe I drove up here. His van just can't do it. It's not sort of what you would call real four-wheel drive. It's sort of all-wheel drive. Doesn't have the power. Oh, it's 2:30 p.m. Been at it a couple of hours. I am on exactly where Abel's campsite was. I'm aiming into the wind. I'm going to set my roof tent up. Abel is just down there. He is completely stuck. He's not going anywhere. I've got to clear some stuff out of the back because I want to create some room. So I'll take all that out, stack it up beside the truck, and then we've got a lot of space inside. Okay, so Abel is still digging his way out. I'm camping here. It's a pretty good spot. Right where Abel's tent was. I'm aiming straight into the wind, which is what I want to do. I don't want it hitting me from the side. So what we're going to do is get all my stuff out the back. I might just shovel an area to clear it up, get some stuff out, and then we'll pop the tent up, get the heating on. Okay, I've taken a bunch of stuff out, but there's always more I could do. So I think we'll pop the tent up. Yeah, we'll pop the tent up, put the my brackets in, my bracing, and then we'll be good to go. Why don't the MaxTrax work there? Oh, okay. He's getting stuff out and I'm dealing with this. I got to get a bunch more stuff out. I do have a lot of room now though. So, but some things I don't need in here, snowshoes, stuff like that. So I can take that big box out and just put it underneath. But this is my space in case you've never seen it. Oh, so I can stand up in here. It's all good. We've got lighting. Check it out. Awesome. And we'll get the heating on and this will be cozy. I've got my cross support bracing for high winds. I've never slept in here in high winds before. I've got plenty of room once I've just organized myself a little bit. So I'm going to do that, organize, get into some warmer gear, dry gear. I'm drenched. This has been a horrible flipping day so far. And then I think we need a zesty drink. Yeah. Holy moly. I was drenched. It is what it is. I've got the heating on. I'm in my backup vehicle. This was always the plan for this vehicle. I've got the roof tent up. I've got it cross braced. Hopefully it's going to be strong enough tonight. I'm dry now. I've had to change everything. Even my underwear I was soaked through. Because I was lying on the floor putting the snow chains on. And man, that was a nightmare. Right now I need to compose myself. I need a zesty. Let's have a Coke Zero. That was hard going. Abel is completely stuck. I mean, I seriously don't know how he's going to get out. Not for a day or two, at least. I don't know what we're going to do. There's a guy staying on the lakefront who's also stuck, and he's staying with his grandson. And I think I think that's him. I can see him coming over for a chat, I think. So anyway, let's pick it up a bit later. I'm going to have this zesty drink. The time now is 3:16 p.m. We're still camping. It's just another video of being, but this time we really are stranded, stuck, completely cut off, with no hope of getting out. I could probably push my way out over a couple of hours, but I'm not going to leave Abel here all by himself. That wouldn't be a nice thing to do. You'll have to excuse all the laundry because everything is drenched. Gloves, trousers, a complete change of clothes, jumper, the works. Everything is drenched, so I'm drying everything off. I've got the fan on full. I've got the heating on full. It's now 4 p.m, 4:15. The guy who was stuck at the front, waterfront, Dave, he came to say hello. He's worried about being stuck here too long. Abel is stuck and worried. I think Abel's feeling a bit down. Poor life choices. Well, that's all of us. But the rest of the South Island is completely devastated with floods, red rain warning, the roads are washed out. I'd probably struggle to get home anyway. So make the most of it. This video wasn't planned to be like this, but you know, car camp, van camp, truck camp, whatever you want to call it. Happy to be doing it, to be honest. Now I'm actually cheering up. Now I'm fine. Because I know I can get out of here. I know I'm not stuck. It's these other two who are stuck, and Abel in particular is really stuck. So, you know, I've got chains. I could always give them a lift, give Abel a lift to get out if I had to. He'd have to leave his van here, but we'll get out. It'll melt, hopefully. I don't know. Right, so I've had a zesty. I've had some crisps. I think I'm just going to chill. I'm going to work out what I'm going to do for dinner. I think I want to do something in the air fryer. I want to cook something nice in the air fryer. Maybe a pie, a burrito. Maybe some garlic bread to go with it. Oh, yes, I think so. Uh-huh. So we'll do dinner soon because I'm starving. I don't know if I'm going to go out for a wander. I just don't want to go out there again. Maybe we'll have a look outside of the window when it's ready to go out. I can't even tell what's going on out there at the moment. I think it's a white-out blizzard still. Yes, it is. Okay, welcome back to dinner time. Now, I've got a great carby treat tonight for dinner. I'm going to have a shredded beef burrito from Cartel Foods and garlic bread. Oh, yum. So to do these, I've got my 12-volt air fryer here, which is just an amazing piece of kit. So this is from Hardcore, Hardkorr. It comes with I've got a special attachment to let the air free flow in here. So let me plug this in. There we go. Right, now we need to preheat it for about, I'd say 10 minutes. Awesome. And then we'll put everything in. I've got it at 200. It's all rough. Approximation. I think this garlic bread comes in 2 halves. Oh wow, so garlicky. But what I'm going to do is, this is a lot of garlic bread for one person. So I'm going to cut that in half and just have half of that. Let's see. I'm so cozy and toasty in here. You know what? I'll tell you this, and it might sound weird, but I think I'm more comfortable in here than I was in the big Panda tent. Don't know why. Now I don't know where anything is. I don't know where my knives are. Got to find stuff. Here we go. Yeah, so I'm more cozy, definitely, in here than I was in the Panda tent. I feel more confident in this than the Panda tent. Okay. Okay, there we go. Right, so I've got a chopping board. Why I didn't use a chopping board, I don't know. I mean, look, I've got all this bench space. So if you're new to my channel, you probably won't realize that this is all temporary. These containers that I'm using, storage containers, are temporary. And the layout is temporary because I just haven't got round to doing a full build yet. So I don't know what I want yet. I'm getting there. I'm working it out because I also want insulation. I want to be able to be comfortable in here no matter what. So this goes in my fridge, it's down here. And I want to make use of this massive space. Look at this, I can stand up. I mean 6 foot, and I can stand all the way from here, all the way to here. So, and if you haven't noticed, this is my bed up here. So I'll show you later, but this whole thing comes down. And in there is my bed. I've changed my diesel heater a bit at the back there, so it's blowing straight up now instead of across the floor, which was just a waste. So now I can dry clothes, which is what I'm doing. It is creating condensation in here, but c'est la vie, that's what happens. This thing will actually help dry out the air as well. Well, I'm gonna have a beer. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for coming on this one. And I know it's been a weird one. Started off weird with a rescue. We're still stuck. Now, we could be stuck. Cheers. Oh, we could be stuck for a few days. It's devastation across the South Island of New Zealand. It is winter here, and there's, you know, we do get winter storms, but it's absolute devastation. I now have lost 2 routes to get home. 2 main routes. I now have 1 route left to get home. That's it. And the whole highway has been washed away in certain sections. So I don't know what I'm going to do. And it's fine. My wife, she's safe with the dogs. I'm very glad I didn't bring Bernie now. I was regretting not bringing him before. But now I'm glad I didn't bring him, because it's be stressful for him. And what can he do? The snow's too deep. It's so deep. He can't run around in it. And he'd just be soaked constantly, and he would probably then get cold. And there'd be no room in here for all my gear. Don't forget, I've had to put all my camping gear outside. So that's getting covered in snow. I just don't care. Because the only time I'm going to bring that back in is when I'm ready to go, and I'm sure I'm going. All right, we just had a bing. Okay, so it means everything can go in now. And what we'll do is we'll set it to 20 minutes. Garlic bread in. And there we go. Now the garlic bread takes a bit longer than the burrito. Or is it the other way around? I think maybe. Actually, let me put the whole thing in now. We'll put it all in together, because why not? Oh, no. I think I meant to cook it in the bag. Uh-oh. Did I screw up? I think I did. Oven. Place the... Oh, still in its bag into a preheated oven at 180 for 35 minutes. Oh, no. I wasn't meant to open that. Okay. So this stays in quite a bit longer than the garlic bread. And look at that. It just all fits in there perfectly. Oh, this is just so good. Right, we'll put the garlic bread on for 15 minutes. And then it's another 20 minutes on top of that for my burrito. But I'm going to eat them separately anyway. Because I just want loads of carbs. Pinger has gone off. That means my garlic bread is ready. But the burrito still has to go back in. So let's just check that the garlic bread is indeed toasty. Yes, it is toasty. Good. I don't want to dry it out too much. Oh, this is... Oh no! No! No, no! 5-second rule, I just don't care. It's my own flaw. Right. Don't care. I'm eating it. I'll give it a blow, she said. Right. Here we go. Come on. Ugh. Alright, and now let's put it on for another 20 minutes for the burrito. Oh yes, garlic bread, a beer. In my warm cabin. Isn't this amazing? This is exactly why I had this thing built. There you go, all clean. See? Okay, crispy. Oh yes. Garlic bread starter. Oh. Wow, I'm living like a king here. Considering I'm stranded, I was meant to be tent camping. The tent failed. I was meant to be going home today, or a wild camp, but instead I'm stranded here in my purpose-built expedition vehicle. And this was exactly what this was designed for. This is exactly what I wanted. Bring it back for the burrito. Cheers, everybody. Oh. Right, I'm going to try not to drop it this time. I'm going to leave this open, let the heat out. It's nicely hot. All right, burrito time. Oh, oh, it smells amazing. What is this one? This is a shredded beef. So smoky chipotle, chili, and shredded beef. Okay, here we go. It's going to be very, very hot. Need a way to pick it up. Okay, here we go. Bon appetit, everybody. Oh yeah. Oh, with a beer? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I have a special treat after this as well. Right, I promised you a special treat. And I have the Kraken Black Spiced Rum. I haven't had for such a long time. I had a sip the other night. It was delicious. And just want some tonight. Make me feel a bit better about being stranded. Although to be honest, Abel's in a much worse situation. He is actually stuck. I'm not stuck. I could probably get out if I wanted to tomorrow. But he's literally stuck. He can't make it up any incline whatsoever. His van, it says four-wheel drive, but it's not. It's actually an all-wheel drive. And it doesn't have lockable diffs like mine does. So one wheel spins, that's it. The other binds up. So he couldn't get out of there. He couldn't even use the MaxTrax to get out. And I don't know if I can tow him, because if I tow him, it might break his bumper. That van is not designed for these conditions. It's designed for the road. So I can't leave him. I won't leave him. So I guess we'll wait and see. We'll play it by ear. See what the situation is tomorrow. I was going to go out now and show you around, but it's gross outside. I need to keep the heating on 24/7. I need to get this thing dry, get rid of all the condensation. It is gradually now getting dry. Finally, it's drying out. Everything's warming up in here. I can't let it get cold again, so I'll leave the heating on 24/7. It uses such a tiny amount of fuel. I've got a 90-litre fuel tank. So I've got plenty of power, 400 amp hours of power. And solar should charge it tomorrow, even if it's not sunny. So yeah, I'll give you a wander around tomorrow, definitely, because I've got to help him dig out. And maybe tow him. I don't know what we're going to do. I really don't. Don't know how many days we're going to be stuck here. Can we get out tomorrow? Maybe we can. I don't know. Anyway, cheers everybody. Thanks for coming on this one. Stranded. Oh, I'm in bed. It's 10 p.m. I'm so tired. What a long, hard, arduous day. In case you've never been in here and seen my bedroom, this is the pop-up tent. That's the roof, basically, so the roof of my truck is that. And then this is the bit I'm lying on the bed that folds up with it. And it looks something like that down in the bottom there. So that's my feet. I mean, it's really wide, 1.1 meter wide sleeping bag. It's so lovely. Everything's insulated. I added these waterproof foam pads to all of the press studs, so there's no moisture comes through. Got all these lovely pockets. I think this is for an iPad to watch a movie. Got a light up here. There's my cross bracing, crisscross. And there's an exit entrance here as well. You can climb into the tent from here, or it's just a window. And then I've got a window here and a window here. Both with fly mesh single skin, and then this bit is dual skin, so you don't get condensation. Which we haven't got because I've got my heating on and we've dried the place out. And then I added this board here, this piece of covered wood here, so that I can extend the whole bed area without having to fold down the hatch. I don't want to fold down the hatch because I want to let hot air come up from down below. So yeah, I've done some custom work on it. There's a custom rig. So tomorrow, I think we have coffee, breakfast, and then we're going to help Abel dig out. I said to him, if he makes it to the sign, which is only 100 meters away, 150 meters. If he makes it to the sign, then that's a sign and we'll push on. If he can't even make it to the sign, then we're not going. We'll have to leave it another day. So, because I don't want to take all that gear that I've taken out, the camping gear, it's soaking wet. I don't want to put it all back in the truck unless we're going to go for it. We'll see. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, excuse me, I'm so tired. Unless something major happens in the middle of the night, and I really hope it doesn't. I'll see you in the morning. Morning, everybody. It's 5:30. I had a really good sleep. I was in bed quite early. That was so warm. The heat comes up the gap here. I've got my fan here and it circulates the heat around. I wish I'd had this in Alaska, this setup. It's awesome. Right, I've got a feeling it's going to be a really rough day today. I'm dreading it. I'm sure Abel's dreading it because he's the one who's actually stuck. He's going to get quite frustrated today, I think, if he can't get out. Oh, roof temp was fine. There was a couple of gusts of wind, but I had my earplugs in. It's not going to budge with my cross bracing anyway. Alright, I need to get up. I might crank the heating up a bit just to get it super warm. I think it's 18 Celsius downstairs. Up here it's probably more like 14, 12. I've got it really kept it cold. I don't like it hot when I sleep. Alright, get up, get changed. I need a coffee. Yeah. Definitely time. Definitely time. Alright, let's get up. Oh, coffee time. Oh. Desperate for coffee. So I'm using gas this time. If you've seen me using this before, I usually switch to electric now because gas causes carbon monoxide. I do have a carbon monoxide alarm. But it's unavoidable with gas. So you do have to vent like so. And that. And then down here. So I create a cross draft through these vents. And then hopefully I don't set my carbon monoxide alarm off. Okay, so we're gonna have, what coffee are we gonna have? Do I want a coffee bag? Maybe, yeah. Excuse the arse shot. I'll have a Lafer coffee bag. It's so quick, this Covia stove thing. Well, I didn't set my alarm off. It's always a good thing. Spoon. Okay, so here's the plan. I don't know what the plan is. I don't know what the plan is. I don't know what we're going to do. Oh. Being stuck. It's quite, to be honest, being stuck by yourself can be quite scary. With someone else, it's not such a big deal because you have a laugh. As long as you've got enough food. I've got enough food for a week or so. And I've got water, again, for a week or so. Easily. Alright, I'm going to have this coffee, have a couple more coffees. I'm just going to sit and chill. Look at some news and stuff, and then we'll think about breakfast. Because I've got a feeling I'm going to need breakfast today. Because I think there's going to be a lot of digging Abel out. Okay, time for breakfast. I'm gonna do salmon and eggs. I've got some New Zealand smoked salmon, hot smoked salmon. I'm gonna do some eggs. I don't know whether to scramble them a bit. So I'm gonna open the windows up fully because carbon monoxide builds up. Carbon monoxide is a real issue, and it builds up so quickly. And I have a monitor behind me. It's on 0 at the moment. When I made my coffee earlier, it went up to 80 very quickly. So it sort of, I think it just sits, it sinks, it doesn't rise or anything. So it's very difficult to get rid of it. Okay, so I think I might scramble some eggs and then have the salmon in there. It should be nice. We need some olive oil. Oh, I don't know where I've put everything. Can't find it. I'm all discombobulated now. Yep, I have no idea where I've put the olive oil. But you know what? So I might. Actually, you know what I can do is butter. Okay, so let's turn this off because this is going to get too hot. Got some Lewis Road butter here. If I put a big glob of butter in, then I can make scrambled eggs. I'll just whisk it in so it's semi-scrambled. So we'll do a big glob like that. Okay. So here's the situation at the moment. It's now, what time is it? Just coming up to 8 o'clock, just. Oh, I haven't got this thing out, that's why. It's wobbling, hang on. Here we go. Oh, that's better. Yeah, so it's coming up to 8 o'clock, it's 7:56. And the plan today is to try and get Abel out. And he, look, let me show you where he is. He's there. Completely stuck. And there's more weather coming in. It's completely clagged in. And the temperatures are dropping. So all that snow is going to turn to ice, which will give him even less traction. So the plan today is just to see if we can even get him up to the road. I don't know if that's going to be possible, to be honest. But we have to try these things. We must try. You've got to stay confident. Okay. I might have overdone this. Butter. Alright. A couple of eggs. Let's whisk that up. Oh yeah. Okay, and then maybe we'll chuck the salmon in with it and just have it like that. Look at that. We'll just chop this into sections. And just chuck it in. Even with the skin like that, I don't care. I just want to have some breakfast. before the big day. So we're going to try and just get him out first and then see if we can just get him up onto the road. If we can't, then I seriously don't know what we're going to do. Because I can't stay out here forever. Which means he might have to abandon his vehicle here and come back and get it in a few days. I don't know. He might have to come back and then do a camp here. Don't know. We'll have to work that out. But yeah, I mean, eventually I have to get home. Because you know, my wife wants me to get home as well. So we'll see. We'll try and get him out. It's just he doesn't have proper four-wheel drive. Right. And my sleep last night was great. Yeah, I had a very good sleep. I woke up very early, but I always do. Oh, this is going to be so good. So good. We'll put a bit of pepper on there. Don't need salt because the what do you call it? The salmon is quite salty. Okay, and that's it. So my carbon monoxide level, oh, it stayed at 0. That's good. It's because I had it on so low. Okay. Let's scoop this out. And there we have it. Scrambled eggs with butter and Manuka smoked salmon. Yum. Alright. Oh, you got me at a different angle this time. It's just so I can see out the front window and stuff. And I've got these blankets on the windows, these covers. Makes a huge difference to heat retention. Okay, bon appetit everybody. And I made a coffee as well. Oh, that's so good. Wow. Smoked salmon. Manuka smoked salmon and eggs. What a breakfast. Oh, yum. Okay, so what we'll probably do is I'll leave all my gear outside that I took out last night. I'm just going to drive off. I'll have to lower the tent. That's about it. That's everything. Put a couple of things away, but I don't want to put all of that stuff in here because it's wet and covered in snow. So I don't want to put it in here until I know I'm going. So I can always come back and then just load it up if we've got him out. And then we'll see how far we can get. If we get stuck again, well, then I don't know what to do. I can get in here and sleep up there with all of that stuff in here anyway. It'll just be damp down here and horrible, but it's what it is. Or we can push on through. I'm hoping some sort of four-wheel drive club turns up today. But if they do, it won't be for hours because they've got to push through. Anyway, we're all stuck together. So we'll bring you back when we've worked out our plan for today. Okay, so here's the plan. I'm going to leave all my stuff down here. I'm going to bring my roof tent down and just clear up the back of my truck and drive forward and out. I'm going to go and, so there's Dave with his grandson going back to the foreshore. He is stuck down there. So I'm going to drive down there, try and make some tracks for him and try and get him out. Then I'll come back, and I think we've got a plan for Abel's van, which is attach another shackle, soft shackle to the front, because the issue was my winch was banging his bumper, she said. So, morning Abel. Morning. So we're going to attach another soft shackle to that shackle, or use a tow rope if necessary, and then winch him out if he can't get out. The problem with Abel's van is it doesn't have locking diffs. So what that means is, if you don't have locking diffs, the wheel with the least resistance will just spin and the other one won't do anything. So, and because he doesn't have a center diff either, what's happening is the front left wheel is spinning and the front right wheel is spinning and the back left wheel is spinning. They just spin, nothing. So he's got no traction at all because he can't lock the diffs in this. So you never know, I might have to end up towing him out anyway on the main road because this is what we're dealing with. It doesn't look much on the camera, but it's enough. Oh, there's rabbit prints. It's enough to block his van because he's very low compared to me and I'm not clearing much snow out of the way for him. Anyway, so that's the plan. It's going to take me 20 minutes to get everything put away and get my tent down. And then we'll head off, go and try and make some tracks to Dave, try and get him out. And then we'll come back and we'll deal with the ginger. How was your night last night, Abel? Cozy, toasty?
I was totally warm, 18 degrees in there.
Yeah. This is a look inside Abel's van. The boudoir. It's no more messy than mine, believe me.
Mess.
Yeah, there it is. So, that's the plan. This camping channel has turned into a four-wheel drive rescue channel, but it's nice to have a bit of change. All right, so I'm going to get on with it, lower the roof tent, clear everything up, and we'll get going. Thunderbird 1, that's what I am. Thunderbird 1. All right, I'm going to lower the roof tent. I've put all my basic stuff back in. I've cleared up inside. We'll lower the roof tent, then start the engine, and we'll get cracking. All right, let's go rescue Dave.
I don't think I dug much out. It's so tightly packed under there.
It's gonna be bad. All right, let's get going. Okay, let's go see if we can rescue Dave. Second gear, low ratio. Very noisy in here. Okay, so this is the plan, as I said. I'm going down to the lake now. Just gonna make some tracks for him to get out. Oh, I'm spinning. Hold on. Let me lock the rear diff. Here we go, second gear. There's no way Abel's getting out here. Just no way, no way. I think this is where Abel got stuck yesterday. Yeah, he's not getting out of there. I'm gonna have to tow him, definitely. I don't think either of these two are going to be able to get out of here. They just don't have the vehicle for it. I'm struggling. And I've got chains and lockable diffs, so I don't know how he's going to get out. Okay, let me turn my diff off. Alright, so I'm going to get down there and then I'll bring you back. Okay, so I'm just driving around the edge of the lake here to get to them. To tell him that he's got zero chance of getting out. He isn't going to get out. No matter what I do, that vehicle is not getting out of here. So I'm just coming around here to tell him, maybe not even to bother trying. So I'm just going to go and have a word with him and I'll bring you back. He's got a kid here, so I won't put him on camera. Okay, so I've spoken to Dave and I said, don't even bother trying. It's impossible. I couldn't even make it up to his car. He will not get out of here. And he doesn't, there's just no point putting himself in more risk, more of a bad position than he's already in. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come back with all of my wood, charcoal, stove, all the supplies. He lives in a different town to me, quite a long way, but it doesn't matter. In situations like this, you help everybody out. And I'm going to give him my extra food. And he should be able to last for a few more days with that, no problem. He's got some food, but I've got loads of food and I've got loads of supplies, wood and the stove. So I'll give that to him to use because he's got a tent that can handle it, that's got a stove jack. And then he'll just wait for a thaw and hopefully he can get out soon. But right now I'm reversing, I'm in the lake. It just shows what an amazing rig this is. And then I've got to go back and still deal with Abel, which I don't think he's getting out, so I'll probably have to give him a lift home and leave his van here because I just don't think he's getting out. Given the struggles I had even getting here. This is my old camp spot here on the right. You'll see it in the camera in a sec. I've camped quite a few times. I've got stuck once in this, but I did manage to get out in the end. Well, this is why I said I wanted this. And people who say they prefer Buddy and blah, 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 blah. You see, I just knew one day I would need this for what I do, an expedition vehicle. And that's exactly what this is. Now I've got to try and get out, which could be tricky as well. So we'll see. So I came in here, but I'm going to have to forge a new path out, which is easier said than done. All right, now hope that I can get out of here. This is gonna be tricky. If I get stuck here as well, that will really suck. Okay, come on now. I can't get traction out either. I might have to back up into the lake just to turn around, which is probably what I'm gonna have to do. I don't want to get stuck in the lake. As long as it's not too deep. Okay. He was never, ever gonna get out of here. Oops, stalled. All right, I'll bring you back once I get out. Holy moly, I just got out. What a mess. I'm coming back to help him, but I'm gonna drop his stuff off here. He's gonna have to walk it back because I don't want to get in that lake again. That was horrible getting out. He has no chance of getting out. Even if he could get onto the road here, without chains, I don't think I could make it here either. All right, let's go and get all that stuff, bring it back and see what Abel's doing. Okay, I've loaded the back up with all my supplies of wood, firewood. I've got extra food that I'm gonna go down, take to Dave and his grandson. That should keep them going quite a while. With the stove on low, at least they'll be warm, dry. I've got a tent heater with some spare gas. I'm going to give that to them as well. And then I'm going to come back. Abel is stuck. That is it. Abel cannot move, and we can't stay here forever. So He's going to pack a backpack, leave his van here locked up, and then we'll try and get out of here. If we can't get out of here, if we get stuck somewhere, he can sleep down here and I'll pop the rooftop tent. We've got bags and pads and stuff, so that will be fine. But you got to do these things as a team, and you got to help each other out. Especially as Dave there's got his grandson with him, so I'll leave him with plenty of supplies. He was meant to be here for 5 or 6 days hunting anyway, so you know. And I'm giving him some snowshoes, so he'll be able to walk around if necessary. So yeah, I'm gonna go and deal with this, and then we'll come back and get Abel. All right, everyone. Right, I've cleared out the front seat for my new house guest. Let me show you Abel's situation, just so you understand. The next time someone comments to me that, oh, they prefer Abel's van, is so much more lovely and cozy than my horrible van, look at the state he's in now. He is wedged. He is not going anywhere. So here's the situation. He's going to leave this here locked up. He's going to pack a couple of bags, chuck them in the back of, you see, here comes the weather now. He's going to chuck them in the back of my truck, and we're going to get the hell out of here. Hopefully we don't have to spend the night together, but
It'll be fun.
yeah, we'll be cozy. Cuddle, and we'll eat really high food. All right, everyone, I'll pick you back up on the road. We might have some shoveling to do, who knows. I'm not going to film much of us coming out because it's just gross and I've got to focus on the road.
I'll film it.
But Abel will film it and he'll share the footage with me. Of course he will. All right, everyone, catch you later. All right, we were out of the campground. We're onto the road. I'm in lower range, second gear. Got my rear diff on. We're making some progress. I just have to bash through a lot and then accelerate. And we're just digging and clawing our way uphill. It's a bit brutal. That noise you can hear, I think, is the mud flap from the chains.
I've got a bear in the back. I have it. Once we hit the gate.
That's if it doesn't explode. Oh, we're doing it. We're getting there. Very slowly. I'm digging the road up, that's for sure. Okay, this is going to be where I've got to give it some umph.
Man, that is deep up there.
That's very, very deep drift. Let's do it.
Hold on. Might need a few takes at that one.
Alright, we're going to go again. Big, big, big one. This might come up over the front.
Beautiful smell of diesel.
Yeah.
Here we go. Ooh. Holy moly! This might be one of the worst bits.
Yeah. This is why you need a heavy duty 1000 Newton clutch. Hang on, I can't see anything.
Maybe to the left of it?
Yeah. I might need my sunglasses on, I can't see a thing.
I could get out and try to find the edge.
We've got a bit of snow blindness going on here. The light is so bad. Let's see if that works. Yeah, okay, let's do this.
I don't have a coat. Dying.
I'll have a Coke once we make it to the top. You ready?
Yeah, man, I'm ready.
Don't want you slamming your head into the thing.
Oh, hit my head.
Told you.
Yeah, man. Yes. It says we're going 20, but we're probably going about 3 kilometers per hour.
Yeah. Okay, we're on the downhill now. I might be able to go into third. Let's see. Oh my gosh, what just happened there? Wait, that doesn't look good. Are we off the road? We're off the road. Big drift, big drift. Come on. Come on. Wowza. Holy moly. Oh yeah, you weren't getting out of here.
It was a fantasy.
Yeah.
Hold on. It's to the left of it, isn't it?
Yeah, trying. I can just make out the tracks from someone yesterday.
It's crazy that you can't build any speed, eh?
No, it's just so much friction. That's why you gotta have low ratio.
Man.
So we're using a lot of fuel.
Oh, I can see the tower.
Oh yeah, we're almost there. Not.
Probably like a kilometre away.
Alright everyone. Bring you back when we get on the main road, if we get on the main road. Alright, so sit rep. We just got stuck for the first time. We're almost back to the main road, probably a kilometre to go, maybe, yeah. We got stuck. It's so deep in the centre that the diff is getting caught up in it. So Abel's out there digging a bit of a route through this drift. We had to use the MaxTrax, I don't know if you can see them there, the two orange things, to get backwards. I'm a bit exhausted. It's quite tiring. It's quite draining. And also the light's so bad it affects your eyes. This is the hardest bit of driving I've ever had to do and focus. We've been going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards since camp. I'm bashing through the snow. It's not exciting footage. It is literally just mega drifts, mega stranded. We've got to now get up this hill in front of us. I don't know if you can make it out, but we've got to climb this hill. I'm hoping there's no drift there. If there's no drift, and also because it's uphill, it means that I get more traction, more weight on the snow chains. So I should get more traction out. But hey, what? Okay. Okay. It's up to your knees. Not that deep. All right, everyone. We've got to keep pushing.
I think the fenders are getting ripped off too. Oh, there it goes. The mudguard and fenders getting ripped off at the back. I reckon we might make it. Not in a million years would the van get through here.
Alright, sit rep. Abel has gone ahead to mark the road for me because I'm getting a bit snowblind and also the fog's coming in. We've hit a big drift here and there's a corner. And if I slide off this corner, I'm in deep trouble. So I'm going to follow Abel's footprints. Okay, and try and bash through this. This is what we're having to do. So I'm having to do this. Bash, 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 then reverse. And bash some more. The issue is it's it's not dry snow, it's compacted, slushy snow, and I don't want to slip off the bank at all costs. If we're off the bank, then that's it, over. We'd need recovery. Run, boy, run! He's marking the road for me. He wanted some exercise. He's gonna wear himself out now. Yeah, a lot. That helped. I think running made it much easier for me. Alright, I'll bring you back once we get over to this gate, which is just in front of us now. Right, we're almost here. It's so difficult. Come on. I mean, look how deep it is on Abel, and he's struggling to walk in it. Ripped my flares off, my mud guards, everything's got destroyed by the chains. But you got to do what you got to do to get out. It's so deep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now it must be on the right. I think I just went into a ditch. Yeah, I'm binding up here. Oh, come on. I think he's led me into a ditch. Alright, well, it's going to be like this for hours, I think.
There it is, the cattle stop.
Sit rep. We were on the road. That was the hardest bit of driving I've ever had to do. And now we got 30 kilometers of that.
And it's downhill.
Some of the way. Everything is getting wrecked. My flare's falling off, my mud guard's falling off.
Right, mate.
Yeah, we've had to use the MaxTrax a few times.
Probably like 5-10 times.
Because we're getting bunged up on the diff and everything. But we're getting there. It's horrible. I can't describe the quality of this snow. It's just packed, wet, dense stuff. Zero traction from the front wheels, so it sucks you where it wants you to go. It's just a nightmare, but we're out. We're out of the actual gated area. We're back onto the road, if you can call it a road. It's a paper trail.
How much diesel you got left?
Yeah, half a tank over. So about 15 kilometers that direction is the farm. They will have used the grader from the farm, so we'll be okay. We've just got to get to the farm. Sounds simple, but we mustn't go off into a ditch. There's nothing to winch to around here except fence posts.
And me.
So yeah, and Abel. So we could bury Abel and then winch off him. All right, everyone. I'm exhausted. I'm sure Abel's knackered.
I'm feeling good, man.
We're
gonna make it.
Yeah, that's the first bit of enthusiasm he's had today. All right, everyone. Bring you back on the road at some point. All right, we're on the road. We've made it through. The situation's getting a lot better now. Abel's actually cracking jokes, which just shows that it's much better.
Oh yeah, way better.
Big melt going on. But we still got to stay in low range, still got diffs on.
We've dropped the elevation about 100 meters and it's starting to melt down here a bit.
Yeah, so Abel's van still wouldn't have made it though.
No way.
No. So we did the right thing. We're going to keep punching through. This is a bit of a weird video, I'm sorry about that. But once we're all done at the end here, we'll say our farewells. I don't know if anything else, if we're going to get stuck or whatever. If we do, then I'll bring you back for that. Okay, sit rep. We are basically now in the clear. Let me just show you. It went out. This is now normal levels of snow. Holy moly! Look under there. Well, none of that's meant to be there. So that was the worst of it. I think we can take the chains off now. Just go back to normal. But this is how the chains work, in case you're wondering. That's what makes them work. You see that? It digs through and hits the ground. And that's what's managed to get us out. Without the chains, we would have been stuck there. I would never have got out. This thing is an absolute weapon. Brucey, the Troopy. That's why I got it. Expedition vehicle. All right, everyone. Well, look, thanks for coming on this one. It's been strange. Thanks to Abel for...
Digging. Moral support.
Moral support. I mean, I rescued him, so yeah, I don't have to thank him at all. He did bring some zesties with him, though. All right, everyone. Look, sorry about the strange video, but I'll bring you back again soon for the next one. In the meantime, this is Tony from AB Camping. See you next time. Bye.